Today we got a pretty big stack. We're probably gonna make, I don't know, maybe 3 videos out of it. We'll see as we go. See how well we can do. But yeah, it's 90 in the 90s the next 3 days, so it's superhuman. And I ain't going out in that shit, so I'm gonna get a bunch of videos done and get caught up on some drawing and stuff and some other shit that I need to get done. But figure I will start out by making a few of these, and so just go alphabetically, see what we come across. Hopefully you can't hear the fan in the background. I got the central air running. I got my speaker set up close to me, so hopefully everything blocks off as I speak. We're going to start out with Aliens, Black, White, and Blood. Again, wasn't overly thrilled with this issue either. You're basically getting, and it's like the first story is this character that's on a ship that's got xenomorphs on it, and this character's surviving with them. So I assume that this is a AI or cybernetic or android or whatever the heck organism. And it's like at one moment her eyes glow green. So not really sure what the whole aspect of it is. She even has a moment where her finger's chopped into and it's glowing green, and like, why did your fingers separate? And I guess she did it. The xenomorph standing next to her didn't do nothing, but yeah, I don't understand. This storyline basically just sounded like a ship, or not really a ship, like a big giant station, a ship, space station type thing off a moon or off a planet, and it's just like they're growing these xenomorphs in there, and this AI unit decides to take them into her own hands and decide their fate. The second story, I should mention who did what. The first story was Utopia. Oh, that was part 4. So yeah, that's been the ongoing story, which I missed. One of the parts I think I never. It's like this is issue 4. Well, this is issue 4. Yeah, issue 1. I think I screwed up and didn't get issue 2 or 3. One of the stories I feel like I missed out on. It might have even been issue 1. It was like a special cover or something. They didn't send it to me, so. And then when I went to the shop to get it, they didn't have it at the shop either. But that was done by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig, Michael Doling and Chris Sotomayor. And then we got Hide and Seek, which is Brian Hill, Chris Cross, and Andre Moza. And the last one is Mother by Pornsack Pitchashot and Partha Pratum. That must have been a hard name to grow up with, Pornsack. Your kids picked on you with that name. But yeah, in the second story, we basically have a character that's trapped in a xenomorph area and breaks his way out of the webbing in the area where he's entrapped with the other human beings. Then we have a fallback story that takes us back to some things that happened in the past and his family and stuff. And then we get to see what he's dealing with on this planet. It's like a space station on a planet that he's trapped in, that the xenomorphs took over. See what happens when he finds out where he is and what world he's in and all that stuff. Again, basically, xenomorphs win. Every one of these instances, I mean, even if you wipe out all the xenomorphs, all it takes is one egg to colonize a whole planet again. And long as they got food to eat and impregnate, they can sit there and survive. But yeah, and then we get this battle going on. During this battle in the final one with our military assets, there's acid flying all over because of the gravity in space, and you just basically watch a crew get destroyed by the xenomorphs. I don't see no positive sides to any of these stories. You would think there'd be some where the xenomorphs win, some where the humans win, some where the AIs win, somewhere where Predator pops in and kicks the shit out of the aliens. And it's just, yeah, it's it's all right, but it's probably my one of my three least favorite black, white, blood style storylines that are sets of stories that have come out so far. I'd put that right behind the My Little Pony one, probably. Next up, we got Army of Darkness Forever, issue 8. This is. I know there's at least going to be 12 issues of this. I'm not sure if we're going beyond that or not. But in this one, we got Ash and his little Necronomicon child in search for the other two Necronomicons because he went to go home and then something went wrong. He did all the things he was supposed to again. He said the words, all that stuff, and it didn't work out. So now he's got to find all three of the Necronomicons. So we're in 2093 on the search for him, and the robots can pinpoint where the pages are of the book originally to get the child made, and now they got to pinpoint where the other two books are. Ash hunts those down. Of course, if you know anything about Army of Darkness, uh, when he finds the other books, excuse me, actually he finds all three books on their altars at the cemetery when he goes looking for them. Attacked by all the skeletons and all the mini ashes and all that. One of the best parts of the movie. But yeah, the Necronomicon that's biting you, and yet the I forgot what the other Necronomicon do, but the one is just sitting there. He finds it, he comes across it, and it just starts attacking him. And he puts a chain on it, and it's just flying around with him, following him around. Just constantly flies down and takes a bite out of Ash. But yeah, this is still going strong. Still lots of fun. Looking forward to seeing where it goes. I hope it doesn't go. I would like to see it end at 12 issues, but I have a feeling it's going to go be an ongoing for a while. I know some of the other Army of Darkness ones were longer going. Next up, we got Barbaric number 1, Born in Blood. This one I can give the synopsis to us. Oh, by the way, on that Army of Darkness too, that's another nice Tony Fleecs cover. I love his artwork. Solid, dark colors, nice. This one we get to learn a lot about our characters. We got Owen and our other barbarian character that turned into a vampire. But Born in Blood, a new era of barbaric begins. We did it. The thing everyone says they're doing, even when they're lying through their teeth. A genuinely good jumping on point. How, you ask? Meet Oric, the tortured barbarian, now turned master torturer, that's the vampire, who will take us deep into Owen's past, revealing secrets that should have stayed buried like axe in a chest cavity, slurping up that sweet bloody nectar. Will the cursed to do good barbarian finally do some actual good? Probably not, but some much worse guys will almost certainly lose their heads. Yummy. But yeah, we get to see our characters, how they grew up. We get to find out what it's like to grow up being a child in the barbarian world, how they just abuse them and torture them, do all kinds of messed up things to them to turn them into these savage warriors along the way. During the battles, our characters end up dealing with some dragons and stuff. Our vampiric character happens to go off the rails a little bit. Our axe ends up starting out the whole issue poisoned from what is it, dark wizard blood. But yeah, this was a great learning point about their childhood, how they grew up, why they were the way they are. Uh, it answers some questions that I've had along the way. Now I know, but yeah, we get to see some of the barbarians from the past that end up appearing in here as ghosts, and our characters have to deal with it. I can't remember if this was a one shot or not. Oh yeah, they give you a teaser of Deathstalker in the back. Yeah, no, it is. This one is ongoing. I have a different barbaric that's in one of my carts. That's a one shot, so that's what I was thinking this was. But yeah, this is ongoing, so we're gonna find out more about their history and stuff, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. Uh, then we got Batman and Scooby Doo Mysteries, or the Batman and Scooby Doo Mysteries. I bought this one because the Man Bat on the cover. I had to get it, and there's nowhere to hide. It's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde style story. Our crew is set to meet Batman at a mansion that happens to be Jekyll and Hyde's mansion. They are searching to see what's going on, what's causing the problems around here, and we get some history of their past ghost catching and some characters that they've dealt with in the past happen to be in here. Uh, but they split up through the house trying to find uh, like special passageways and stuff to try and find uh, the scientist laboratory or whatever, which they come across. Scooby and Shaggy actually come across first, of course, and they come across some things while Velma's dealing with Hyde, but then we also get to see Man Bat. So this is a good issue because Man Bat is basically a Jekyll and Hyde style character, and then we have their Jekyll and Hyde character, and I don't want to give away any more pictures till give away something on there, but yeah, and then I don't want to give away who's going to be unmasked and stuff like that. Then we get a taste of Billy Batson has a new foster family, new superpowers, and a new superhero identity in Shazam Thundercrack by Yehudi Mercado. So I'm not big on the Shazam storylines, but this one looks like a fun uh, young adult kid style storyline. Gives you some other oddball things going on here, and a very cartoonish play to it. But yeah, you'd see Billy working with another kid, helping him out, doing things, but not huge on the Shazam stories. I don't remember seeing that in a catalog recently, so I don't know when that's coming out. Then we got Batman Dark Age. Our next issue of this is 3, yep, book 3. This is still going nice and strong. We're getting more representation of our Superman character from Superman Space Age in here. We also get to see some of the Justice League characters, which is a nice surprise because that could be a teaser to what's going to come out in the future. Who also will have their own storylines, possibly done by Russell and Allred. But I really liked the Blackface Society or whatever. These characters that they're dealing with, and they're getting deeper into the whole history of Wayne Enterprises and what happened while Bruce was away, being paying his dues for his mistakes, doing his time. What happens when you sit there and take a rich kid, put him behind bars, try and get him killed off. You got someone that should not be running Wayne Enterprises turning the business into a money grabber. They're messing with pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. They're messing with all kinds of parts of the Wayne Enterprises. And Bruce is just gradually trying to figure out what's going on and get it all taken care of. But I really like Allred Russell team up on these. And if I'm not going to give away who also pops up in here, but I have a feeling who's going to get the next storyline. So at least the next probably three characters, which I'm totally cool with. I'd really like to see those characters in the next lineups of whatever these people decide to do with it. But yeah, on the back it's got Batman climbing the Wayne Enterprises sign saying, "With every passing day, I was losing Gotham a little more. Once I just get more and more problems in the city from that blackface society. I think it's black or whiteface society, and they're wearing white masks, but I think it's called the blackface or black masks. I can't remember. They're the bad people. Yeah, Batman, Dylan Dog, the final issue, number 3. These are nice thick ones. Great story. I finally understand why I like the Dylan Dog show that the wife told me I really enjoyed, and I couldn't remember it. But he's got that. He's like Constantine, but with more of demonic hell style abilities. He can basically identify people's through their auras and stuff like that, through their demonic. He can do. He's a lot like Constantine, and Constantine teams up with Batman and him in here, as we've heard in the past issues. And it just we end up finding that there's this Kilowog or whatever his name is that the Joker teams up with and brings back to Gotham. He's supposed to be dead. Dylan Dog was supposed to have taken care of him a long time ago, and it just ends up where this character, he's kind of, I will give it image of him. He's kind of like a Franken style, put together body part style character, but he's going around taking, leaves the face and the V shape of the skin, neck skin on the people. Everything else, he skins them alive. Well, some of them, some are, they find out were actually thankfully dead before they got skinned, but he's got this obsession with trying to collect people's souls, somehow get their souls to release out of their bodies, and that's why he does it the way he does. I don't know why that would do anything for that, but yeah, he's having problems trying to find himself in the city murdering people, and at the same time, we got Batman, Dylan Dog. Constantine helps out a little bit and stuff, and they're just hunting him down. You get to see what happens with the final things with him and the Joker and all that stuff, but it was a good run. I liked it. I love when they do 3 issue, 5 issue or less runs. I love the 3-issue ones where they're nice and thick. I think that Batman Space Age or Superman Space Age was that way also from Russell and Allred. But a lot of these books have this wonderful little thing of Ramona Fradon, who's a artist that she's worked on a variety of things, but ended up being pulled into DC over the years and working with them. And it's just a nice little representation explaining that, all you hear nowadays is women didn't get to do this, women didn't get to do that. It's like, well, what about the women that did? The women that actually put the effort out there and went out there and did these things that you say they didn't do. They didn't have the representation. They weren't liked. No one cared about them. All that stuff. Bullshit. There's lots of places in the world where that wasn't going on. I mean, granted, yes, you had it around you and stuff, and there's always some asshole out there, but there are a lot of wonderful, creative women in the comic book world. Uh, Many, 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 many years ago, and nobody really talks about them, or says anything. So if you can historically enjoy people from the past, and you're just gonna sit there and focus on the now and the future, and that's a pretty shitty representation of trying to make more recognition for someone while forgetting about someone from the past. So let's talk about the people that did things back in the 50s, 60s, 40s, 30s, 20s. And there were a lot of great women. Joan of Arc. It's just, let me just haul ass up into the yard. Must be chasing a rabbit, I'm guessing. All right, we got Blood Hunt issue 2, 5, another red band. We're sticking with the red band for this whole run. We're getting deeper into the story of Blade being the running a lot of the vampires, controlling them, and is in search for his daughter. Same time, we got Dracula working with the Avengers and our other characters. We have a group of characters that go and find Doctor Strange to see what he's doing, and they find him in corporeal form. And they're like, well, you're just sitting in your little castle in ghost form without helping put people together and get things going. But then we find out why he's in ghost form. We also get Miles Morales joining up with some people and some things happening with him in this issue. But still a strong story. Still no idea what extra pages are in these books. I will have to look at the originals and just compare what are the new pages. But all the pages they had in here flowed together wonderfully, so I didn't feel like any of them were like filler pages. So, not positive on that, but I'm not seeing no major profanity or anything like that, or nudity or anything. So I'm still kind of curious about the red band, how much different it is. I know the last issue, someone put a comment in saying there was like 3 additional pages in there, and they noticed a little bit of verbal adult verbal talk. I guess you'd call it, but I didn't. I didn't really notice it myself, but I will have to compare them side by side. We got Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft, issue 4. This one still probably the weakest story of all of them, and we're getting to a main point. We got Elvira running around with her Necronomicon. We got the ghost of H.P. Lovecraft, who recruited her to help find the last true copy of the Necronomicon so he could prevent dark forces from using it to destroy the world, except for when they finally did get their hands on the Great Book. Oh, HP went crazy and was going to do evil with it. So Elvira runs off. She's got the book. She's trying to take care of this and end it. And yeah, it's we get a cat rat battle in this one, but HP does make some more appearances, pops back up, and you get to see what else pops up. Something pretty interesting pops up at the end of this issue. I think it's penultimate. Good possibility with how it ended. It is penultimate, but I liked it. I will definitely finish that off, but it's not as good as some of them were. But we're gonna end that there. I'm gonna try and keep these to a half-hour run. So keep following Under the Color of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us likes. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club, and we will get back with more of these sometime soon. So keep an eye out, and we'll keep putting them out. All right, bye.